Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Good day, sunshine. Milo stole a bone from Danny. Danny goes take Milo's bone. Give me a second, guys. Milo, you're gonna take her bone. She's gonna take your bone. Here you go, dog turd. I got your back, Danny. I got your back. Because I'm your mom. Hey, guys, how is everybody today? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Um, can you see me, guys? Are you there? Hello, 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 Captain. People are saying, hi, Milo. What about hi, Danny? Milo's a thief. His other sister, the one in heaven, Hero, she'd never let him get away with that. Oh man, Hero wore the pants in the family, mine included. Hero was where it was at. Those of you that don't know, I lost my hero in April. April 17th, my girl. It's my girl. Oh, Milo, showing a picture of your beautiful sister, Hero. Hero! We miss you, honey. We miss you. I miss you to the moon and back, man. I miss you to the moon and back. Forever and ever and ever. My girl. All right, hang on one second. I gotta give her. Put this there. I love you, Bubble. All right, guys, how you doing? How you doing, guys? How you doing? So, did anybody watch this? Has anybody watched the Nick thing here? The NPG. She was beautiful, beautiful, inside and out. She was about 15 when she passed. I had her for 13 years. She was the best decision I never made because she picked me. I didn't really want her, but then she had heartworm, and I said, well, she's fighting for her life. I got to help her. If she was fighting for her life, she continued to fight for her life. She continued to fight for attention. She was just an amazing dog. All right, guys. So we ready? Are we ready to go and do this? I'm sorry, guys. Something in my throat. There's something in my throat. It's too early to cry this hard, Toddy. Why are you crying over my puppy? Man, I will always be heartbroken. She was the love of my life, that dog. I love these guys. I do. But Hero helped me get through so much. You know, Hero had this amazing connection. She trained Milo. I didn't even train Milo. Hero did that. All right. All right. Yep. Best family members ever. Milo, I'm talking about you. He's sitting there patiently watching Danny eat a bone. Milo, here's the other one. Or did she get both? I think Milo stole both and then he walked away to get water. And I think that Danny's got him. Okay, guys. Let's go to the live stream. I mean, not the live stream. I'm sorry. Let's go to Good Morning Milk Dud. Let's go to NPG Cornerstone. Let's see what we got going on there.
Before we begin, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. No copyright infringement is intended. Note, there are portions during this interview where a fellow inmate can be seen walking behind Nick. We have censored those moments for legal reasons. Some dialogue has been changed, and certain words have been edited for personal and social media platform reasons. This is
So right away, some dialogue has been changed. Why? Why has dialogue been changed? And you'll hear that. And we heard before in the video before the exact same thing about somebody walking behind him. So in this video, this interview is from 2018. And granted and fine, I think these are the only people with the full interview. But my question is, where's something new? But let's go.
another example of why Nick doesn't trust the press. On January 3rd, 2018, while still at the Greene County Jail, Nicholas granted an interview with a popular news magazine television program that promised him equal coverage as his ex-co-defendant. However, they only gave him approximately 5 minutes worth of airtime. When the show aired on January 4th, 2018, a question was slightly changed, and like always, his response was edited together from a different question to fit the narrative they needed without sharing his full story and the actual truth of how he felt at that time. Had they shown his full response and his truth, it would have ended all the fanciful speculations, ridiculous rumors, and false beliefs from spreading back then.
Okay, so my question, I'm sorry, guys. My question is, why hasn't he done it? Why hasn't he done it then? Let's keep going.
But here we are. So here is that full interview.
All right, so I need to make sure that you can acknowledge that you know we are recording this video interview for use on possible broadcast
on our television network.
You okay with that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can say yes.
Yep.
Okay, great. All right. So I'll begin with my first question. Why did you want to speak with us?
Two reasons. One was I knew my co-defendant was putting my name out there in a bad light, and I didn't appreciate it because the way that I was brought up in a integrative environment as well as one full of honor, and that's part of the reason why I didn't feel that it was right what she was doing. And the second was I understand that getting a chance to actually be on TV and everything else, that's a very, very big privilege. It's not something you get very often. And because I knew that, I understood that this is pretty much the same thing as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I couldn't pass it.
What has
The shrew
said that put you in a bad light, in your opinion?
Okay, so now every time I guess they say gypsy, they put in the word the shrew. And my thing is, why are you messing with this video? Because if you are messing and manipulating words like that, it leads me to believe that you could mess and manipulate the video, you know?
For one, she's openly admitted that she is more than willing to lie without having a conscience and doing so. And a lot of the lies that she's said, I feel like I have to literally cover it with the truth, and because of it, it's very frustrating for me.
How did you first meet?
the shrew
I met her on basically online. It was on a dating site. It was called Christian datingforfree.com.
What first attracted you?
the shrew
Actually, I believe, well, she said it was the same thing, but I'm not fully sure if it really was that. For me, it was, well, I looked at her profile first, and I seen that when she was on the way that she put her actual profile together, it was pretty much everything I was looking for, everything from her height to everything else, and then I looked at her profile picture, and that right away got my attention. It drew me to her really quickly. So everything came pretty quick, just from looking at her profile picture alone, and every bit of the information that she provided on her profile picture, as well as the rest of the profile itself. Yeah.
How would you describe your online relationship with?
the shrew
Oh, this is easy for me to do because it's a question that I'm one of the only ones willing to go in deep detail about. At first, when we first started out, it was well, I could definitely tell that she was fairly new to it, and I was fairly new to it in the light that where since for us it was something where we both were more like, I guess you could call it like how to put it in words. You could say it was our very first online dating where we actually got serious. From what I understood, I was actually the very first one she truly fell in love with, was what she told me. And for some darn reason, I obviously believed it. I'm not fully sure if it's actually true, but yeah, uh, it started out as pretty good. Towards the middle, we started having problems, and then the next thing I know, um, uh, when it came to towards the end part of it, we almost had trouble surviving literally as a couple online because uh, it seemed like she was starting arguments just to see if I'd stay together with her, and well, she'll openly admit it. As if she's gonna tell the truth, she'll openly admit that I was really the glue that stuck us together. There's there's times where when we had our arguments that she would uh, do things, and then I would show basically her in the great detail that I'm usually able to provide that she was doing these things, and the next thing you know, she would. At one moment she would admit it, and then another moment she would be acting like she didn't know what I was talking about. So she basically was playing a cat mouse game with me, and it just made more tension on the relationship. We almost
Nick,
broke up by the.
Nick, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Was
The shrew.
your first love?
No, not my very first one. No.
How quickly did you fall in love with?
The shrew.
Pretty quick. I will admit it was pretty quick.
And it was intense?
No, very intense.
How did you feel when you all were communicating back and forth, sending messages?
Well,
I didn't.
I mean, when we first started on the Christian Dating for Free website, it started out in like a, I guess you could call it, what's the word to put it? This is just a touch around the area to get to know how this might go, that kind of a feeling. And then after we started relaying information to each other and basically communicating about our likes, our hobbies, and so forth, we started finding common ground from what she was telling me at the time. And after that happened, she ended up letting me know a Facebook name that she gave me, which was just it was known as the Shrews at the time, and we ended up chatting on there about, I would want to say about a day or two after that. Once we started talking on Facebook, we went together, which was October 17th, 2012, is when we was the first day we were together.
Nick, tell me about
The incident.
whose idea was it? Who planned?
Plan D.
Well, I'm actually surprised that she's actually admitted that she's done it, because it's the truth. She actually is the one who actually not only did most of the planning, because I've made it right out in the open that I left that to her to do the planning, but I also mainly went with the actual idea only because I truly wanted to be with her. I was literally not going to let anything stop me from being with her. And I made it clear to her, in one case where I mentioned it online, and then she had this habit of trying to push me further and push me to the point where there's no returning. But yeah, it was a shrewd idea.
What did she ask you to do next specifically?
I can give you the exact conversation on how that went. She came online one night and she basically asked me, she was basically saying, baby, I have a question for you. And I was like, yes, what is it? I'll answer anything you want, obviously. And then she's like, is there anything you'd want to do to basically be with me? Is there anything you want to do to be with me at all? Uh, Whether it's basically just getting to meet my mom and so forth, or what is it that you would be willing to do to be with me? And I'm like, well, that answer is obviously anything to be with you. Once I said anything, I was pretty much locked in my word because I never broke my word the entire time I've been with her.
They're doing that.
Next thing I know, she asks me, well, anything, are you willing to even went out for me? I'm thinking to myself, at first I was like, what the heck is she asking me here? I was first in shock, and then she, once she asked me that, I was like, are you serious about this? Well, I already told you I'd be willing to do anything to be with you. I'm not one to take my word lightly, so you better be serious about this. I had to get her to say that she was serious 3 times before I realized that was no joking around about it. Because originally she started off in a joking manner when she'd bring this up. It was basically on the tension that she was having putting on her relationship with me due to her.
So, guys, that was passive aggressive the way she brought it up, not like a joking manner. Passive aggressive as we know it, right? We need to recognize that. That was passive aggressive. And I hope he recognizes that as not a joking matter or joking manner or whatever he said.
Her mom, this is after the first time we actually met. Her mom apparently was having an argument with her this night, and she got so frustrated to the point where she told me that she was serious about it. And I basically supported her on it as long as she was really serious about it. I told her that this was a life-changing moment, and if she's serious about this, there was nothing to joke around about. If she was joking about it, she'd tell me now and drop it right there. But no, we didn't drop it. She even wanted to go right into the planning right after she said that.
So, Nick, describe for me what
The shrews.
role was in the
Unaliving of her mama.
and what your role was in the
Unaliving of her mama.
Well, to put it in the most concise way I possibly could put it, she was basically the mastermind behind it all. I was basically a hired hitman in its own weird sense. And actually, in a more than one way, actually, now thinking about it in a deeper sense.
He called himself the hired hitman. I basically was the hired hitman. Right here. I was basically a hired hitman in its own weird sense. You see that?
Mainly because, yes, she paid for everything from my bus fare down to Springfield, to the hotel I went to the food I ate, everything like that she paid for. And not only that, well, at the time she made me believe that she really loved me when, well, here I am and where she turned her back on me, so I know that's not fully true. But yes, that was her role in the whole situation. She literally made me basically feel like I was doing her a service when really it was really more like a hired situation, even though I didn't feel like it was that. And with my role in the whole situation was just basically the one that was to carry the the harder part of the whole plan. I mean, I basically went back and forth with her. I collaborated with her, but I just basically, as long as it sounded like it would work, I told her if was okay for me or not, and I basically went with whatever she was telling me, basically.
So, Nick, help me understand. Why did you agree to and ultimately commit the act
of unaliving her mama?
Well, I can't openly admit it on here since it's recorded in two directions, but I will say that the reason why I've admitted it in the past, and I will keep on admitting it, the reason why I did do this is because I was, for one, so deeply in love with the shrew at the time, and I said to her that I was always going to love her no matter what. I was going to love her unconditionally. There's nothing that would ever change that. I'll always love her. I kept my word. She apparently said she doesn't love me anymore, which means she was using me. Me, on the other hand, to this day, I still love her. So there's where the is different there, but I still to this day, I still love her.
Nick?
That was basically the reason why it happened.
Nick, can I
It
ask
happened
you this?
because
Can I ask you another question, Nick?
Yeah.
Did you think that you were her Prince Charming?
Actually, the way that it looks like to me, actually, it's quite funny you asked me that because she used to, her nickname for me was King Charming. Mine for her was my Blessing Queen. And yeah, it's pretty darn crazy because at the time I felt like she was a blessing to me, but the more and more I think about it, it's a blessing at the time, but it's only a blessing for the memories that she's given me, not necessarily the position she's put me in.
Hey, Nick, tell me what your nickname was again, because I want to make sure I heard it correctly.
She used to call me her King Charming.
King Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she call you that?
Well,
I want to say something. I want to say something because I want us to look at this objectively, very objectively. Now, we have seen messages left and right. We have never seen King Charming. We have never seen that term. They keep blocking out this guy's face. And I question, is there AI going on here? Is that why all of a sudden he is speaking out poorly of her? I mean, is what's going on here? I'm questioning. And I thought AI for a second, and then I thought, you know what? You're a conspiracy theorist. Don't go there. And then I'm like, but did we ever see anything that referred to him as King Charming? We kept saying my darling, dear, and so much other term, but we haven't seen anything of King Charming, have we? I'm asking you guys, have we? Talk for a second with me. Do you mind? Can we? We're going to go to the thing. We'll go to the thing, but what do you think about what I'm saying? Excuse me. Millennials here. Trixie Lane is here. I'm just throwing out content creators, guys. I'm not trying to say that Jackie's not here. Jackie's here. Kornowski Sarah's here. What's normal? Always here. Always appreciated. Jamie Duncan's here, and he always here. Jamie's always here. Thank you. Search with Lisa, Louise, Elizabeth Ross, Clara UK, MH Professor, Edie Cook again, CJ B Comedy. Now on TikTok, people, if you have a TikTok account, there you go. So I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here. Still not on TikTok. Never seen it, or right? Nobody's heard of King Charming. Like, you see what I'm saying? Do you guys think at all? Well, we have seen some of the Facebook messages, and why would she only call him King Charming there? I mean, I don't know. Maybe, right? So what's going on here? Do you believe in AI? I mean, there's a lot of AI. We could be having somebody put something out there, because you know that I started rumbling. I reached out to those content creators that I told you about, so that they could talk to Nick in case somebody was saying something to him. I wanted him to have a balance. You know, if NPG is doing right by Nick, they have no worries, right, guys? I mean, this is bigger than Nick. Like I said, it's bigger than Nick now. Because of Nick, there are people that want to make a change in the system because they are worried about their loved ones, because they see what can happen, because there are manipulated people that manipulate out there, dangerous people. In this case, has brought awareness. So I'm sorry that it's Nick. Trust me, I'm sorry it's anybody. So hi, Sue Camfield. Genevieve, how are you? I love that name. I love that name. I really do. Vanessa, how are you? Okay. I'm not saying any of this, Vanessa. I'm putting it out here not to shame you. I put a bunch, so I'm not doing this to shame you. That's not what we're saying. That's not at all. What I'm saying is Gypsy had mitigating circumstances that were considered in her sentencing. And those mitigating circumstances were fake. They were made up. They were a lie. Nick had legitimate mitigating circumstances that were never brought up. So I think that he should be reconsidered. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So what do you guys think of the AI? Like, I'm not very familiar with the AI, but what do you guys think of the AI? Okay, so we're gonna continue on if that's okay. I just wanted to check this out. You know, I'm not interrupting this every 5 minutes, as you know, and I hope that that's okay. Hi, Rosie G. Guys, can you hit the thumbs up for me? That'd be great. AI could have gotten it wrong. They do mess words up on other things. No, what I'm saying is this might be deliberately done for us or me to stop investigating who NPG is. It's not that I'm investigating NPG per se. It's that I want to make sure that Nick isn't manipulated again. I can't throw the cards out on the table because I'm not going to do it. I've never heard of King Charming. There's a question. If you could answer that, that would be great. Trixie Lane, please. Good morning, LI, New York. Mini minion for who? Who you want mini minion for? All right, guys. So let's go into when you talk about hero. Yeah, I don't want to talk about hero right now. I know I put her picture up, but I was compelled to do that. Yeah. I don't want to cry. I know. Okay, so Trixie in this case there. Okay, so this is the response back. Thank you, Trixie. Trixie Lane, thank you. Well, okay, Jamie, but what do you think? Do you think that it's possible? I mean, anything's possible, but do you think it is? You think the interview is legitimate? Other people have seen it in its entirety. I don't know anybody that's seen it in its entirety, Halo. I really don't. But okay, so let's continue on. Let's continue on. And yeah, okay, great. So there we go. All right, so all right, guys. There's so much to the chat. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are talking amongst yourselves because I can't catch up with this. Let's continue onward because I gotta meet somebody at 2:00 and read Gypsy's book of fiction. So let's go.
The thing is that me and her, we used to talk about Disney movies all the time, and you had Prince Charming as one of them. That we were talking about. We were talking about Cinderella. Not just that, we were talking about all the different movies that they made that were romance based in a cartoon form like that. And the next thing I realized is that with the names that we were giving each other, she came up with the King Charming one, and I'm like, that fits. That fits.
Did you have a name?
For her mama?
Did that? Not really. No.
Did she have a role though in this fantasy romance that you all were creating online and then ultimately tried to live out later?
The fantasy we were creating was pretty darn strong. I will admit, it was pretty darn strong. But after that, it's a little different because, I mean, it kind of like evolved. It went from just an online romance to when we were in person into something much more serious and much more powerful than just something you would call romance that just plays in someone's mind.
In
The shrews.
It felt much more
Nick,
real.
in
The shrews.
mind and in your mind, why did
Her mama
have to
perish.
Well, originally, the first time we ended up meeting, she apparently she angered her mom, and we were at the what was it? It was a there was a theater at the time. We ended up seeing Cinderella at the time, and apparently we ended up angering her mom. It's more like she angered her than I did, is what she was saying. And apparently she ended up coming up with an idea after that where she tried to make it look like it came from me to her and to her mom, that ended up delivering flowers to her to try to warm her mom's heart up to letting me get closer to them. And it didn't work. Apparently, from what she was telling me, it didn't work. So the only thing that she could come up with and I was able to come up with was that. We were only able to come up with that.
did you think Did
That
you
was the
think
only
that
idea
you
that was
had?
left.
Did you think that you, or did you believe that you were saving?
The shrew.
With the knowledge that I was getting from her, very much so, yes. I did believe that I was saving her due to due to the environment that she was in. I was well aware of her seeming like she was wheelchair 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 bound, and uh, I was aware that she was taking a lot of medication and a lot of the stuff that was going on with her, and I felt like it was being pretty much forced on her, and I felt like it was something that was not something she deserved. So uh, it kind of made me feel as if it was a duty of mine that I had to do because no one else was stepping up to do it, or they were just too blind to see it in plain sight, plain right out in the open. So I felt like it was, if no one else was gonna do it, someone had to do it, and I ended up being the one she called upon to do it.
What is it about
The shrew.
that you loved so much and that you still love?
As we mentioned, this is the question and answer that was changed. When the show aired, the question was altered to,
Do you still love the shrew?
and they edited together his answer as,
The reason why I did do this is because I was, for one, so deeply in love with the shrew at the time. I still do love her.
here is how he answered the original question.
Well, now, originally it was everything about her. Every single thing about her. Everything from the way she looked to her personality to her heart to even some of the things that she would say. It's quite interesting because I could actually get a little bit of the southern accent from her from when she used to, before she came up to Missouri when she was down in Louisiana. I could tell she actually came from down there because there were certain words that she would say that remind me that she actually came from there from her accent. But everything from that to everything else, and then once this whole situation happened, the thing that stayed with me of what I love about her to this day, even though I am not in love with her anymore, I still do love her, to where it's not like a husband and wife kind of thing. It's more of a
It's a
just
good thing
a
because she's
respect
married.
on the kind of memories that she's given.
That's a good thing, sweetie, because she's married. And these memories, I mean, the memories that he talks about, he only spent, I think it was what, 3 days? It wasn't even a week that they lived together. I mean, like, his memories are just their long distance relationship, right? So weird, man. So weird. Sorry, guys.
Given me. So I would say that I still love her for all the memories that she's given me that were positive ones. But at the same time, I just love her just because, I mean, I told her the truth. I was always going to love her. And so to this day, I still do. That's the only way I can explain it.
And I know that this isn't easy to hear, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to react because
The shrew.
she told me that she believes you are heartless for what you did to
Her mama.
and that she feels sorry for you.
Well, uh, for the heartless part, she knows I'm not heartless. There was a time she even admitted to me that she wanted children with me. And that takes someone full of heart to want to do that. It takes someone
Not gypsy.
that wants a future with a family with somebody to do that. And she knows that. But me, on the other hand, the way I feel about that whole situation, she may say that in the context that she did, but the way I feel about it, no, I'm not heartless. As for her feeling sorry for me, the only reason why she's so sorry for me is because she knows she put me in this position. That's the only reason why.
If you could say anything to her right now, what would you say to
The shrew.
What would I say to the shrew? Good question. Good question. Well, the thing is, I used to have a lot of questions. A lot of questions I would ask her. So many that it'd be impossible to cover them all on one interview like this. But really, the only stuff I would let her know is that yes, I still do love you. As if I would say to her right now, I would literally say that I still love you. But due to all of the strain, all the damage, every bit of what you've done to our bond, to our relations, to each other, the way that you've damaged my image and who that I see her as, it has made me feel like I can't trust her anymore. For
And you
she's
think
lied to me in such a deep sense, and I've forgiven her for so many lies already up to that point that I don't believe I know who she really is anymore. And because of it, it has made me feel that now I have to do what it is right for me. I can't allow my feelings for her to get in the way of my safety. I can't. It's just something I can't do. And now I feel that if I saw her again, if she wanted to be friends with me, that's okay. But if she didn't, I'm okay with that too. I'm pretty much in a position now to where I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on. I'll always love her, but I'm ready to move on because I realize she's not
I
the
have,
one.
I have one last
Only
question for
because
you,
of what
Nick.
she's done to me.
Do you feel any remorse for what you did to
Her mama.
Uh, well, originally when it first happened, uh, the the alleged situation that happened, I have to say that for my own protection, so they don't use it in court. Um, for that reason, when it first happened, I felt, I guess you could say, a numbness. I didn't know what to feel. It was so intense that I didn't know if I should feel remorse. I didn't know if I should still feel anger or what I should feel. I didn't know what to feel at the time. So I just felt numb. About an hour into it, a minute left. An hour into it, yeah, I started to feel that remorse. And she had to comfort me about it. So yes, there was a time I did, but then I forgave myself over time about it. So after that happened, yeah, that whole thing was very much true. I did feel remorse, but I did forgive myself over
Well,
time.
Nick, thank you so much for talking with us. I know we have 30 seconds left, so I really appreciate it. Thank you for speaking
Thank
with
you.
us,
Thank you,
and
Jen.
we appreciate you telling your side of the story.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate you giving me this
Bye, Nick.
opportunity. Bye bye.
As always, we thank you for the support and for watching, listening, hearing, and sharing Nick's truth. Until next time, Mr. Smiley and the NPG Cornerstone Nation.
Guys, what are you thinking? We're sitting here now. What are you thinking? Do you guys think, has anybody heard this video in its entirety before? Because I have not. See you later, Trixie. Thanks for popping over. Has anybody heard this video, heard this in its entirety? Hmm? I'm trying to see if anybody has. Hey, Into the Weeds, how you doing? Alice down the rabbit hole is here too. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. All right. I must be like really behind here. Yep, we need to start that movement. And we need to do some other stuff with that too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just that, but we got to give Dee Dee her friggin' legacy back. I mean, we got to fix what Gypsy and some other content creators who once upon a time ago started. And Nick has to be able to, and we got to change something about people that people like Nick, you know. Guys, I'm trying to see. No, never heard this video. Okay. I have on his end, not just her voice in it. What do you mean? The Bish Kiwi? The Bish. No, I have not. No. Has anybody heard this entire video? Seems I just no. Anyone else have more questions now than they did? No, never. No. I can't see anybody that has seen this video. And yes, Joy, totally. Okay, so no, that was yes, Jay, totally. Okay. I think Morbid put this one up a while back. Not positive though. It wasn't the full video. 1980. It wasn't the full video. I heard him. I kind of had a conversation. Thanks, Sunshine. You're my sunshine. Thank you, everybody. If you could hit the button, that'd be great. The little thumbs up, if you can, on this. I guess. Okay, so no, I fell asleep watching. What's your name, Fancy? Tina? No, but I don't think we need to. He's just delusional. I feel bad for him. That's not my question. I guess my question is that video AI? Is some of that video AI? Because I do know that that interview took place because we saw it on one of those shows, right? And that was a while ago, but I never saw the entire video. And why do they keep popping his face out? Why they changed the word from gypsy to shrew? That makes no sense. I don't understand. Why can't it be just straightforward? That's the thing. Excuse me. Why can't it be just straightforward? Thank you, Cherokee. Cherokee people. I don't think we're even allowed to sing that song anymore. And that was a great song when I was growing up. Why does he say Mr. Smiley? I don't know. There's speculation by some people. It wasn't the full video though. I'm pretty sure he said it was not the full video. He calls himself so there's speculation about the Mr. Smiley because of the Melissa Moore. Her dad was a Killer that went by the name of Smiley. Yeah. So guys, I think that there may be, thanks for hitting the button, Patricia. Thank you. So I honestly think that perhaps some of that was AI. My question is, how does this video help Nick? We're not told where to go with this video. We're not told what to do with the information from this video. We're not told with how to write and support Nick from this video. There's a video that was put out in 2018. We're going into 2025. Like, I'm trying to understand what is it about? What's the purpose of it? We already know more than what he's telling us. So what are you ouching about? What did I ouch? I'm sorry, did I ouch something? So I don't know if Fancy's here or not. But I'm serious. Is the video propaganda? I don't know. I just don't see where the video tells us what to do and where to go. And there's no person behind this video that we could see. There was a GoFundMe or a Fundly or something on the side of it. Did you guys see that? Okay, so they're only blocking his face when an inmate walks behind him. They could block the inmate's face, you know that, right? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Okay, they're doing that, but they're also changing some words. And again, somebody just tell me what this video, how is it helping? What's going on with it? NPG Cornerstone is very odd. I mean, yeah, I that's the thing. Like, I don't understand. Yep, we did Nick's interrogation video. We went over it. You can check it out on the playlist. We did that live. So absolutely. Absolutely. That's Nick said that he felt guilty, and he admitted here that he felt guilty. Gypsy didn't feel no guilt. Gypsy was too busy trying to throw him under the bus. No, Toddy, that interview was from the news journalist. That interview, they promised us a phone interview and had us all sit there, and it never happened, and they never said anything. What do you mean? I've said a lot here, so I don't understand, Luna. I still want to know why this video came up. Why I want to know. I'd love to know why this video came up. What link? I don't know what link we're talking about. Yeah. I don't know if it's about a copyright strike, to be honest with you. I just don't know the intentions of NPG Cornerstone and if they're doing right by Nick. You know? Yeah, that's for sure. Somebody else brought that to my attention. I didn't, you know. I'm reading stuff, guys. I'm just reading stuff, but I am going to go to sleep because I have to wake up and hi Danny. I do want to play with my dog for a little bit too cuz I just got home. I got home kind of late from work. So I am going to go lay down for a little bit. But guys, I really want you to think about that. Why did this video come up? What was the purpose of this video? What changed? Did anything change to you guys watching this video? Did you learn anything new? I mean, did you think that Nick did it? I'm looking for answers here. What are you trying to tell me? I saw the thing that you said. Was that the interview? Jay, was the interview what we watched? Is that what you were showing about the a love to kill for snapped killer? I thought I saw that, but I didn't see the full interview. Is this what you're talking about? Is that where it is? So still, my question would be, why aren't they sharing new stuff about Nick? Nick is supposed to be working with puppies for parolees. Why aren't they sharing new stuff about Nick? Why aren't they telling us, I don't know, maybe it's cold where Nick is and he goes outside a couple times a day. Maybe Nick needs a jacket. Why aren't they showing us where we can help Nick? I mean, that's all I'm saying is, what's the purpose of the video? We're not forgetting about Nick. And I just don't understand the purpose of it. See you later. See you later, Jay. Jay, I appreciate you coming over here. Everybody guilty of crime, Jay from Guilty of Crime. I am gonna go to sleep. But I appreciate you coming over here, Jay, and I wish you a very happy and healthy holidays. I do poke around your channel and watch your stuff. I Most of the time, I'm sorry, I got to be honest. I listen because very rarely am I sitting down actually watching anything. But it's nice to see you here, and I thank you. So, Nick, I know for a fact that Nick does believe NPG Cornerstone because he told me. So, me too, Solnat. Me too. Me too. Thank you guys. Thank you. 152 likes. You guys rock. I thank you so much. You guys are great. I love the support, guys. Look at this. You guys are awesome. Holly Jolly, somebody's making fun of your name again. No, I mean, they're just not sharing anything. That's the point that I'm making. They took an old video and, you know, they put up the entire video. I guess because the entire video hasn't been out from my understanding. I don't know. But I mean, like, there's nothing. They are not telling us to sign something to help him. They are not telling us to send a Christmas card to him. They are not telling us to not buy Gypsy's book. They're not telling us anything. So what are they doing to help Nick? And I don't mean to be critical. I want to help Nick. I want to help the people that are suffering with autism or any kind of delayed reaction, brain injury, whatever. When somebody gets pulled over, Nick should have had an attorney. There shouldn't have been a question about it. He should have had an attorney by his side. Okay? He should have had that. That was his right. And he didn't have that right because he didn't know better. So, and there are people that are getting unalived because there are police officers that don't realize that somebody's not being disobedient, but somebody might be slow in their response. And that's what I'm saying. We need to help people like this. So, what are they doing to help in the situation? What is it? That's my thing. And you know, I just would like an answer so that we can get behind this. I got 15,000 people want to get behind this. There's other channels. We want to get behind this. And I can't get behind. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. I don't know if they're helping him. I don't know why this came out today. I don't know. I know that I put a video up questioning about this yesterday and saying I was going to reach out, well, the day before, reach out to other content creators that can reach out to inmates that could be where he's at. And yep, just want to know. And excuse me, they said that I wasn't supporting Nick. They told another content creator that me personally, that I was not supporting Nick. I've always been supporting Nick. I put out more videos that support Nick and show my face, saying what Gypsy did to him, saying that he needs a reconsideration. So to me, when they tell a content creator that I'm not supporting Nick, yes, I am. And if you're going to say I'm not supporting Nick, I'm going to ask you how you are supporting Nick. Beats the hell out of me. Somebody wrote to me and said it stands for, yep, but somebody wrote to me and said that it stands for, yep, at 2 o'clock, Britzy. Nick per Gypsy, but I think it stands for Nicholas Paul Godejohn. But we don't even know. I mean, Nick knows about this group. He told me that he knows about this group. He told me that this group is basically that I shouldn't question this group. Okay. What are they doing? I'm going to question the group. What are you doing? You know, I mean, I'm not harassing anybody. Please reach out to me, toddy1skip@gmail.com. Please. I would love to back however I can in helping Nick. And there's a bunch of us that would like to do that. Why wouldn't you want more people doing this? All right, guys. So I'm going to see you in 3 hours. Don't be late. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And the content creators that made time to be a part of this. Hey, Catherine B. Storm, thank you so much. Jackie, thank you. See, there's a lot of us want to help Nick. So, guys, I really appreciate it. Sophia, thank you. And all right, guys, I'll see you in a few hours. I'm going to set the alarm. I'm sure I'll be here with a bedhead. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. And I'll see you real soon. Thank you, guys. If you want to continue on with this conversation, you could always go to the Facebook page. Holly Jolly put some stuff up, actually, how to write to Nick, and how if you guys wanted to maybe send him a Christmas card, maybe you can email him, whatever. You could check it out. Holly Jolly put something up on the Facebook page. Thank you, Holly Jolly. You kick ass. Thank you, Holly Jolly. You're appreciated so much. I don't know what was written here. That's my attitude too. Thank you, Holly Jolly. All right, guys, I'll see you later. All right.